Hello students, this is Priyanka Bansal from SKM Public School. Students, today we are going to start process of planning. Okay, today's topic is process of planning, and today we will discuss the points which is the regarded as the process of planning. Okay, so first step in process is setting up of the objective. Okay, so what is says that first of all we have to select our objective that for which we are going to do the planning. Then we have to develop the premises, and we can say that we have to set some assumptions and concepts on the basis of which we will make the plan, we will prepare the plan, and we will implement the plan. Okay, then we will identify different course of actions, that what are the different options which are available and which can be. First of all, the identification process will start. Okay, after identification we will evaluate the alternate course of action, that which options are available. Okay, we know that to perform a task there is variety of actions and we can say that variety of options are available. Okay, so we will evaluate the alternate courses. We can evaluate them on the basis of cost. Okay, that if a product, or we can say if a project is giving less cost, then we will select the project which is giving the less cost, higher output, and the higher quality. Okay, so at last we in the second last we will implement the plan, because only the plan on the papers will not work. We have to implement the plan, and after implementation of plan there is requirement of follow up action, that we can say that requirement of controlling action. Okay, so today we will discuss in brief the process of planning. Okay, so first of all I am giving you some task, that suppose you travel. Okay, you are going to travel and you plan your trip. So what plannings you will do? Suppose you are getting married and you plan your wedding. So what planning you will do? Okay, what steps you will be doing, in which steps you will plan your marriage. Okay, you throw a party, you plan the event. You want to make more money, or we can say that you want to start a business and you plan for it. Okay, so think about this, and then write down the steps which you will that include, which you will adopt during the planning process. Okay, so let's start with the planning process. That first of all we have to set the objective. Okay, first of all objective satisfy what the organization wants to achieve. Okay, कि हम क्या achieve करना चाहते हैं. That objectives can be set for the entire organization, and it can be set for the department wise. We know that there are many departments involved in the organization: production department, purchase department, sale department, packaging department, promotion department. There is variety of departments in the business organization, and the objectives can be settled for the entire organization and for the that department wise. But and the main thing is that the objective of all the departments should be towards the organizational goal. Okay, so then these have to percolate down to all the employees at all levels. Okay, so after setting the objectives we can say that the management should communicate this to all levels of management, so that they can come to know that what are the objectives for which they have to work. Okay, there is example that objective can be to achieve sales, expansion of growth, survival. We can say that to earn higher profit. These are the objectives. So, and these are the economic objective, and there can be some social objective also, that that the business is going to plan to control over the pollution. Okay, and it can be related to the personal development programs of the employees. Okay, So next is developing premises. Plans are made on the basis of some assumptions, and these assumptions are providing the basis to the planning. Okay, because we know that there should be there are some rules and regulations which are adopted, and all the plannings and should be done as per that rules and regulations. Okay, all managers involved in planning should be familiar with them. They should know all the assumptions and they should know all the rules and regulations, so that plans can be executed in a proper way. Okay, and there is development of two type of premises, internal and the external. In the internal premises, that the cost of the product, capital, machinery, profitability, that assumptions will be made regarding that what can be the cost, what will be the capital required, okay, which type of machinery will be required, what will be the profitability rate. Okay, these are related to the internal premises. And the external premises can be related to change in technology as per the market condition. If there is population growth, then what steps the business will take, okay, how the business will compete the competitors, how the business will follow the government policies. These all are the external premises, means and the assumptions are made to handle with all the conditions. Okay. Third step is identifying alternate course of action. After setting the objectives, managers makes the list of alternatives which are available for the business. With the help of these alternatives, the management or the business can achieve its objective. Okay, first of all, the list of the alternatives which are available will be made. Okay, then what can be the example of this? Data sales could be increased through any of the following ways. Suppose there is an that the objective of the business is to improve and to promote the sales, and there are alternate methods of promoting the sales, that they can promote the sale by providing advertisement. Okay, they can appoint a salesman for door to door sales, they can offer the discounts, or they can provide the extra benefit, that home delivery, or they can add the more product lines. Okay, so these are the alternate that which are available to complete the objectives. So the manager will make the list of the objectives which are available to achieve the objective. Then evaluation of the alternate course of action. Okay, in this step what will be done? Negative and the positive aspects of each and every proposal will be analyzed. Okay, there will be evaluation of each aspect. We will say that we will analyze all the alternatives which are available. We will count the positive points, negative points, then we will compare. Okay, then we will compare that plans, then there will be selection of the best alternative. Okay, so there is an example that in financial plan, risk return trade-off are important. Riskier the important, higher the return it is likely to give. We know that the risk is a factor of profit, that if a businessman is ready to take the risk, then only he can earn the profit. Okay, so what it says, that riskier the investment will give the higher returns. Okay, if a businessman is ready to face the competition, then only he can earn the more profits. Okay, so in this he will the businessman or the management and the manager will first of all he will evaluate the condition, that what is the condition, what are the proposals, and he will calculate the earnings per proposal. Okay, that what will be the earnings per proposal, what will be the tax rate on that, and how the earning will be per share. Okay, then he will make the comparison between all the alternatives which are available. Okay, and in the next step there will be selection of the best alternative. Okay, in this real point of decision making, best plan has to be adopted and implemented. Okay, after evaluation, the next step is related to the selection of the best alternative. The method which is giving the higher output, higher profits with the lower cost will be implemented. Okay, so in the step 5th, what is done? There is selection of the best alternative. Okay, And after selecting the plan, the if the plans are only on the paper, that will not give the success. Okay, so the plan should be implemented in real business life, and then only it will give the benefit. Okay, so concerned with putting the plan into action and for implementing the plan, managers start organizing and assembling resources for it. We know that to implement the plan there will be requirement of resources, there will be and that the resources can be related to land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Okay, so the manager will start organizing and assembling the resources so that the plan can be implemented in a successful way. Okay, there is an example that if there is a plan to rise the production, this symbol is showing. Okay, this symbol is showing the rise, and if a businessman is planning to improve or to increase the production, then there will be need of more labor, machinery. Okay, so in this step he will organize the labor and he will manage to purchase the machinery, or they can hire the machinery. Okay, he will choose the best alternative. Okay, so at last there will be follow-up action, because after implementation of plan there is requirement of control also. Okay, we know that every action needs the control, then only it will be finished, or we can say that it will be completed in an effective manner. Okay, so this involves monitoring the plans and ensuring that activities are performed according to the schedule. Okay, in this action what is seen that the activities are performed according to the standards which are selected in plan. Okay, whenever there is deviations, if there is positive deviation, then also it will be noted down so that these can be involved in the process of planning. And if there is negative that deviations and we see that the plans are getting failed, then we will improve the that deficiencies and we will take the corrective measures so that we can achieve our objective. Okay, so students, revise this topic from book. If you face any problem, you are free to ask. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.